My name is King Saul. I was born in Gibeah, Israel. When Samuel first saw God's choice of king, which was to be me, Saul, he was impressed, but I responded very similar to Gideon many years before. I asked who I was and be treated so well because I was from the smallest tribe of Israel and the weakest clan. When Samuel announced Saul's name to the people as a first king of Israel, they couldn't find Saul with his family. He was hiding in a pile of luggage, what the hell luggage is on. Saul led the armies of Israel against the invading Philistine army. The champion, a giant named Goliath, challenged anyone came from Israel to duel. Saul and all the Israelite soldiers were too terrified to accept Goliath's challenge. We all know how David and his 5 smooth stones and his slingshot killed Goliath, chopped off his head, and brought it to me. I made David one of my leaders of my army. King Saul stood among the spoils of victory, his armor still warm from the sun, his heart pounding with the thrill of conquest. The Amalekites had fallen, their warriors scattered, their cities burned. But not all had been destroyed. Samuel told me to destroy everything. I was supposed to kill the king, yet I saved King Agag of the Amalekites. His robes were torn, yet his eyes still held the glint of a man who believed he might yet live. Around him, the finest of the Amalekite flocks bleated in confusion, fat sheep and sleek cattle, untouched by the sword. My men whispered among themselves, "Why waste such wealth? Why kill a king when he could be paraded as a trophy?" And Saul, feeling the weight of their admiration, let the thought take root. The command from the prophet Samuel had been clear: destroy everything, man, beast, and king alike. But my mind began to weave its own reasoning. Surely, sparing the best of the flocks to sacrifice to the Lord is not disobedience. Surely, keeping Agag alive will show the nations the power of Israel's king. When Samuel arrived, his face was a storm. The old prophet's eyes swept over the camp, taking in the bleating sheep, the lowing cattle, and the living king who should have been no more. Because I didn't trust and obey God, God decided to take the kingdom from him and give it to someone else. This began Saul's slide toward dark moods, dynamic oppressions, and death. God told David that he was going to be king. After I learned that the kingdom would be taken from me to give to someone else, an evil spirit tormented me. Music helped me feel better, so my servants found a young man who was a skilled musician. That young man was David. Little did I know that this harpist would one day replace me. I died in battle after Philistines killed my sons. I was critically wounded. I didn't want the facility to torture me, so I fell on my own sword, killing myself. I was the very first king of Israel, and I refused to obey God, causing my death like I said above.